Okay, I'm ready. I just got to record you.
You do?
Yep.
Cool. That's interesting.
I've got a few questions for you as well.
Oh, okay. Hopefully I can answer them for you.
Hopefully.
Okay, well, I give you my name. It's Barb. And this is the correct address, apartment 1048. That's the very first question.
Uh-huh.
I'm here to complete a census questionnaire for this address. It should only take 5 to 10 minutes. Let me give you also this sheet. Pull out real quick. There you go. And the first part explains that your answers are confidential. Okay. And I'll refer to the other parts later. Did you or anyone in this household live or stay here on April 1st of this year?
Before I answer that, I just have one quick question for you.
Sure.
Where is the constitutional authority that gives the U.S. Census Bureau the authority to ask me these questions other than how many voters are in my house and the amount of voters and the age?
Right. It's, oh, I know the number of the...
Oh, I mean the supreme law of the land, the Constitution. Without constitutional authority, there is no authority.
Oh, is that your opinion?
That's not my opinion. That's the U.S.
Oh.
Constitution.
Oh, really?
If you'd like me to get a copy of it, I have one right inside.
That's okay. No. There is a, I'm trying to think of the number of the, without looking it up. Well, of course, you know we're doing this throughout the whole country. About 40 to 60%
Well, just because something's done in a lot of places doesn't mean it's right or constitutional.
Right, but you understand why the
Well, I understand why we're told. They say, oh, you're not going to get this, you're not going to get your share of things. But I also know that census information was used during World War II. It was used to collect Japanese Americans for internment camps. Have you ever heard that before?
Perhaps. I don't even recall. You know,
Perhaps. It sounds like you don't even really seem to care. And I'm just trying to share some information with you. I mean, because if the government could do that, then what's the difference of them doing that now with the census?
I don't know. I mean, that was before my time. I don't even remember if I can remember anything in school about that or hear anything about that in my lifetime. I really don't know.
It might be something you want to look into, Google it or something, you know.
Yeah. But you realize that we need to have a pretty accurate account of our population for our legislators, and then according to the number of people in a certain area, and according to our number of legislators and congressmen, then the area that you're in receives more federal funding for schools and churches and everything. You know, that's the whole purpose of the census. And then beyond that, all information collected in any census every 10 years is kept confidential for 72 years. Okay.
Confidential from whom?
The public, anybody.
What about other government agencies? Is there any other government agency, any at all?
Not.
Can you show me that in writing? That there's no other government agency, FBI, any of the letter agencies, CIA, any of those that can get a hold of this information?
I think it's for the public, or just public knowledge. What I was getting at is that the information is kept confidential until then, and then it's made available for people who are interested in doing their genealogy.
Okay.
Going back to grandparents, great-grandparents, and further on back. That's the purpose for releasing, you know, names and birth dates.
Okay.
You know, for that purpose.
I understand that.
Okay. Would you like to continue with the questionnaire, or are you refusing?
I will go ahead and answer. I'll tell you how many people live here. That's 2.
Okay. Let me get to that here. And you're both living here on April 1st?
I'm not going to answer that.
As of April 1st, because that's the actual census date. That's the actual date that we have to take the accurate count for.
Yes, I was living here at that time.
Okay. If someone was not here on March 31st, or you didn't move into April 2nd, then it's counted, this particular apartment is counted as vacant. See what I'm saying? It just has to be the population at every given address in the U.S. as of April 1st, and only on April 1st.
Okay.
That's actually considered the census date, just like April 15th is our tax deadline date set by the government.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And you usually live here year-round. It's your year-round home. You don't come here just for the winter, or, in other words, it's a year-round
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
You don't want to answer that. Like I'm here from Indiana just in the winter, and I go back home in the summer. You know.
And I hope you don't think that I'm trying to show you any disrespect or be rude to you.
No, that's
Personally,
fine.
it's just principles and.
Sure, that's fine. That's why we live in America.
It is.
Freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, everything.
For now.
That's what makes our country great, in my opinion.
Oh, that's definitely my opinion as well, and
Yeah.
I fought because I believed that at one
Yeah,
time.
good,
So
good. What is your first name?
I can't answer that for you.
Oh,
sorry.
you don't want to give names?
No.
Okay, you just want to...
That's way too personal of information because,
Okay.
like I said, it's nothing against you, but you're a stranger. Why should I give information on myself?
I'm officially
Well,
working
this is the
for
thing.
the U.S. Census
I
Bureau.
have
And
I could go get a card and put it around my neck
Yeah.
and do anything, and I can show you
Right.
news stories of
I
census
know.
workers
There's
that have
a lot
come back
there's
and
a lot.
raped and killed people.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. That wasn't told to us. They
Well,
probably don't want
I'm
us to
sure they
know.
don't. I'm sure they don't tell you guys that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But yeah, there's 2 registered voters here.
Okay. I got that. And you were both here on April 1st. That's good enough.
Okay.
Thank you for
Well,
your
thank you,
time.
Barbara, and I'm sorry if I
No problem.
gave you any trouble.
No problem.
Have a good one.
You too.